Although I got into green, I went to TV, blocking TV rehearsal that morning. I had to get in green that morning, right, Heather? And then, for camera rehearsal. Go there, suss out the. Is this interesting at all? Suss out the shower situation at Radio City, because if the pressure isn't right, then the Neutrogena doesn't work. So the plan was the camera rehearsal in green. It had to be in green because of the lighting. They want to see what it's going to look like. Then wash that off. Go home. Go to yoga. Try to get, meditate, and then go home, and then makeup and hair was coming to glam me up for a red carpet, which then as soon as I left the red carpet, I had to go wash all the beautiful makeup off, go upstairs, put on the green makeup, perform, then wash it off in time to sit back down, and put on all the pretty makeup again, wash it off, and then, in time to get up there, which it turned out taking a shower was the best thing we could have done. Because it's just like, chilled me out.
We talked about watching that clip on YouTube, and YouTube has obviously become much more popular in the past couple of years of recording performances, both in the theater, at the Tonys, and at your concerts as well, to the point where you can pretty much access anything. Be honest. Do you watch them? Do you look back
I
and
have
see?
seen certain ones, but my feeling about all that is, it's nice that everyone has the access to that, and that their excitement as fans, they got it, they put it up that night, everyone can see what I did in Cincinnati. The thing that's been hard for me is the nights that I should have called in sick, and but knew there was some girl from Oklahoma that coming to see the show, whatever, and so I went in with a throat infection and decided, I'll sing around some melodies and I'll get through it. And maybe I cracked really badly in Defying Gravity Up in the Air. And then it's on YouTube, and then everyone sits there and talks about how she didn't hit this note or that note. And I think it just, the whole American Idol thing and the perfection that's expected, the way everything's auto-tuned now with the computers, unless people are there in the theater, in the audience, that you don't have to be perfect for people to feel something and have a terrific experience, but it's changing everyone's expectations of what they hear, and therefore making me feel like I have to be so much more perfect, and that's not where I come from. I think a lot of theater people are really trained, and they feel like everything has to be so smooth, and soprano, alto, this, that, head voice, belt. I don't think that way. I just sing. And I feel like it should come from your heart. And when I'm in the studio, I love it because if you have a late night and you're a little raspy or whatever, you sing a verse to your song and it sounds so human. It's not about being perfect. It's the imperfections that are so beautiful, and I feel like that's getting lost.
Great.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most about the upcoming Kennedy shows?
Which one? Kennedy Center? Marvin Hamlish is conducting, and we did a really successful concert at Wolf Trap this past summer. We sold it out, 7,000 people or something like that. And I hadn't met him before, and we just hit it off. I don't know if it's the Jews thing or what, but we hit it off, and we're a really good tag team, and it's a nice relationship with a conductor when you're on stage. If you can, I'm not alone up there. Obviously, it's a dance that I really love, even in the theater, when you have to you don't see each other, but you have to be in each other's heads and tempos and dynamics. And that's just something, as a musician, I love about performing. But also, he's got the shtick, and he wrote The Way We Were and What I Did for Love, and so we're going to do some of those songs. And he sat down at the piano, we did What I Did for Love, which is what I did in front of the president as well, so we kind of rehearsed together, and he's just really nice. So that's exciting, and I think this time kids are back in college, where in the summer they were gone, so maybe it'll be a different audience, and I'm looking forward to kind of connecting with that crowd.
Did the kids on the league come to you for advice about career
too busy. They're so busy. I wasn't that busy, you know. I just had 1 day a week and I was pumping my boobs in the trailer. And I'd go, action, and I'd be like, shit. Thanks. So, no, they didn't ask my advice. I wouldn't have. I mean,
Would you have had it?
honestly, I didn't have a lot of success when I was that young. I was working in weddings and bar mitzvahs, and that wasn't my life, you know. And even if you want to call Red being successful when you're young, I was 25, 26, and we stayed very grounded because of that experience. So we had something bigger than ourselves to focus on. It wasn't about, first of all, we're in Hollywood, which you get distracted. We're in New York, but we had, you know, we were on a mission to get Jonathan Larson's message out there, and we were singing. His life was mirrored in the show, so we couldn't escape that. And I think it's the best lesson I could have learned for the rest of my career, and how to sort of stay in the moment and appreciate where I was. And so, you know, that's been my experience. Did I answer that?
You mentioned that you like to have a raw kind of feel to your music, but do you think that auto-tune is going to be changing that for people?
Well, autotune's cool for one reason. When you're in the studio, producers overuse it now. It's a way for them to get in and out faster. Like, you don't need to be perfect, I'll fix it, you know. But if you have a little bit of, if you have some pride about that, the one time it comes in handy is when you have a really great performance in the studio, a really great take, and so heartfelt. It just has something special about it, and maybe one note needs a little fixing, then you don't have to ruin it and start all over. You know, so that gives you a lot of freedom. But what was?
Do you think that it's going to like change?
It has changed it already. I mean, you know, I don't want to dog anybody out there, but you know, there are people that can't sing that are called singers. And then there's us who are up there 8 shows a week and then getting dogged because we missed the high F on Thursday night because it was that time of the month for me. You know what I mean? I talked about zits, menstruation. What else can I talk about, Curtis?
If you were going to do your own duet album,
Yeah.
who would be your duet partners?
If everyone was like, yes,
Yeah,
please,
and
I have
everybody
to
will
sing.
sing
Bono. Jeff Buckley, if he was alive. Annie Lennox. Barbara Streisand. Maybe Michael Bublé. I pick all the cute. Tay could have a track on there. He doesn't feel like he's been singing it all lately. So
Yeah.
a lot of practice. Christina Aguilera, I think she's just ridiculous. She's so good. Are we excited about that film?
Yes. It's going to be terrible. I can't wait.
Not as bad as Showgirls.
It's like literary showgirls and a baby.
No, it's going to be better than that. But Cher's going to keep it on track.
I'm getting a lot of questions about Enchanted 2, whether there's going to be a sequel and whether you're going to be a part of it.
I think so, and I think so. I hope so, and I hope so.
Any final questions?
I was just wondering if you had any go-to shower songs or.
You know the song Alita Adams, the Get Here? They used to, you can reach me my trail. That used to be my favorite song to sing at weddings. It was just so beautiful. No one was paying attention, but